This says that Red Nose has been defeated.
If that's the case, why the hell's this village still in this state? I heard they're still drafting soldiers. How about you? It's all because of those damn goblins.
My love, what would I tell Helen? To think I'd be widowed at my age.
I prayed this year would be free from that curse, and yet here we are in another drought.
Aye, and the chief's granddaughter's coming of age this year.
Oh no, whatever shall we do?
Gah, what's the meaning of all this?
The trade wagon that left yesterday has been raided. Again.
Hardell's considering severing ties with us.
Goblins again? Ugh. How many guards do we need to stop them? The entire guild will starve at this rate.
Oh, wise one, this village is filled with bad spirits.
Shouldn't we do something with the chief's granddaughter first?
In times like these, we need to stay vigilant from within as well. And to do so... My friends, there's no need to think of alchemy as something difficult. Alchemy begins with understanding the fundamental principles of all things. Everything exists based on...
What's happening? Look, that staff is shaking.
This device is supposed to react to black energy. My friends, don't panic. It is just a small amount of energy. By any chance, is there a stranger among us?
Some beetle wings, parasitic bee lava sauce, and let's see, a drop of imp's tear, and then... Oh, this happens every single time I try to make rouge. Oh, welcome.
This stuff is great.
Careful. Do you know how much this beer cost me?
I couldn't believe it. She told me to shave my beard.
Do you know how many years I spent whacking those scarecrows? Oh, Tronin, you're here as well.
Of course. I have to lay down the hammer sometimes.
Yes, indeed. It's been some time. Care to hear of my travels to Valencia?
Oh, good. Adventurer, you're awake. Let's be off. We're going to overcome the Black Spirit together. I have a close friend who is going through a similar situation. Her name is Emma. Emma Bartali. Yes, the chief's granddaughter. You could say she's the princess of the town. Ever since she was little, Emma would often have nightmares, but it's grown worse. Now, a dark figure has begun to invade her mind. We're going to pay her a visit. Though, please understand, for anyone so shy, and who suffers as she suffers, a smile would be hard to muster. Oh, poor Emma. She's the only person who's opened their heart to me. I must find a way to rid her of her vile infestation. Nightmares of the Kingdom of Kron often haunt Emma. People do not talk about it, saying it's a curse that befell the family. See, she's a descendant of that house, and they sacrificed the lives of their citizens to an immortal alchemist in return for eternal life. That family, they treat the curse like it's nothing. Like it's a normal part of any child's formative years. Nonsense, I say. No wonder she shuns people. I'm counting on you to get close to her heart. Here, have a look at this. 150 years have passed since the fall of the Kingdom of Kron. Yet, House Bartali still remains in the public eye. Grave robbers have once again stolen Noir Bartali III's treasure, a piece of heaven. However, the town has shown no pity, saying that it's a well-deserved punishment. The chief may seem like he just enjoys drinking with adventurers all the time, but He really cares about the town, more than anyone else. He gave me a place to set up my own shop. And he's serious about restoring the Bartali name. The Bartali family store their ashes in an ossuary north of this town. A place like that, teeming with Kron's secrets, must have some clues. Go ahead and take the path near the church. I'll check in on our dear, hungover Dr. Uno, then join you.
Do you finally like that one? What? You're throwing it away again? Why have you thrown away so many?
Look at my face. Haven't even worked up a sweat. Patience is all about refining.
Oh, Eileen. You've come with a new friend today. You didn't let a grave robber trick you into bringing them here, did you?
I know that I may not be the brightest compared to my sister, but I'm not that foolish, you old man.
It's merely that everyone trusts Clorince's shrewd nature will keep her safe. You, on the other hand, well, what brings you here? Richie? I wasn't aware he had any friends to receive regards from. Tronnen? So Richie's been shirking his duties to... Anyway, Richie is probably down below, sweeping and cleaning. Friendly warning for the newcomer. Never lay a hand on anything, or else.
Well, this isn't as scary as I thought it would be. Anything good here? Huh? Over there! Ah! A ghost!
A human!
What? A talking ghost? Adventurer, exorcise it!
Don't you know who I am? The notorious grave robber, Afuaru's cousin!
I've never been ghosted before. I think it enjoys haunting an ossuary falling into ruin. I thought that Houtman had the easiest job in town, but that is clearly not the case. Adventurer, what's this? Do you think the ghost dropped it? A key! The Bartali crest is engraved on it. So maybe it unlocks something in the ossuary. I'll ask Richard. You don't think he's been hurt, do you? Come on, let's go find Richie. Oh, Elion, all Sylvia, Thornwood Goddess, please keep Richie safe. Richie. Oh, thank goodness. Were you trapped in here? And are you sweeping?
No. This is just me salvaging the last bits of my pride off the floor.
What's all this commotion about? What? Did you cause trouble again?
Old man, did you know that Richie was trapped in here all along? You really keep vigilant watch over the ossuary, huh?
What? Another grave robber showed their ugly mug? That cowardly Richie was probably hiding again. I can't be everywhere all at once. An ossuary needs constant care. I'm bound to forget a thing or two. Age takes its toll. You'll see. If it were your sister, she would have done something clever, like brewed up a potion to make the cowardly goblin a bit braver.
Well, you're not wrong, but it still hurts. Let's go, adventurer. That's Eileen for you. Makes you wonder if she truly is the great Alustin's daughter. Sorry we didn't get much out of this, adventurer. I wanted to lift Emma's spirits for a change.
Please stay back. Don't follow me back. No, don't. Who are you? How much longer will this nightmare last? Oh my. The grave robber could have hurt you, Eileen. Don't you ever do that again, even if it's for me.
But I still haven't found clues to the nightmares that haunt you. This adventurer here is going through something similar. I'm sure of it.
No. I'm so thankful that you tried. I don't want anyone to be in danger again because of me. Hello. My name is Emma, daughter of Justin Bartali. You must be a guest of my grandfather. Well then, take care.
Hold on, Miss Emma. I'm sorry that I couldn't repay your kindness. But look at this! My howls of terror must have shocked that grave robber into dropping it!
The script is kind of old, but I think I can read it. It appears to be someone's journal from the Kingdom of Kron.
My poor, lonely Hannah, my dear niece, lovely and beautiful to the very end. A spring's courtship blossomed into summer romance, which bore fruit like autumn. Only for the suitor to coldly part like winter, you persevered alone to rear your child. Only for the king to steal him away. Falling victim to an aged fool's selfish ambitions, seeking eternal life. The world came crashing down, but I shall remember Hannah forever. even as I cleaned the nursing bottle she couldn't heat up for a final time. It is another trace of sin left behind by my ancestor. How long shall I repent his sins to wash away the karma? Well, I just can't keep avoiding it like this. Would you both listen to my sorry tale? In Kron Castle, ruined by sins of past, lay tiny souls hidden, tears amassed. I reach out to comfort those unnamed, but some strange force keeps me restrained. Then, black as smoke soon overtakes me. I flee and flee. Can no one save me? The crimson gaze. I can't escape thee. My piercing screams what finally wakes me. And now, whispers haunt me beyond my dreams. But I'm unaware of what those whispers mean. There's someone in my dreams who pushes me into Kron Castle. A man wearing a sheep's skull, surrounded by goblins.
If texts I've read are to be trusted, the Black Spirit has begun to take hold of her. Oh, we can't just sit and do nothing. Let's see what we can find at Kron Castle.
Eileen, if we take action, it'll put my grandfather in a difficult position. I read the rescript that the Grand Chamberlain, Jordine, had sent not so long ago. Goblins that were driven away from the plains of Agris by the imps are now becoming more and more aggressive toward traders. And those goblins, they aren't on good terms with the rebel forces of Medea, who are occupying the Kron Castle ruins. All this havoc may account for the Grand Chamberlain's foul mood as of late. Best not for us to add to it.
You are most dear to the Chief, Emma. And to me too, because you're my friend.
Thanks, Eileen, you're right. We've got to do something. In that case, meeting Grusha would be the best place to start. Grusha is a loyal protector of House Bartali. He's been keeping watch over the Goblins' forest.
Spent a day finding out what the goblins are up to.
A human.
I'm Grusha, the head of the Velia Vigilantes Special Task Force. Kron Castle, you say? Best steer clear of there for now. We're poised to invade the castle soon. It's much too dangerous. To even think of going to such places with Lady Emma in your care shows your utter recklessness.
Then Grusha, let me at least meet the Goblin Chief. I've heard you boasting about how you became drinking buddies.
Eileen, the chief you knew doesn't exist anymore.
Our race has been reborn entirely. The old chief who used to dance the
In front of the bonfire
is now buried beneath the fields of Agris. A young, giant and mighty chief has taken his place and now leads us goblins to the great battlefield.
What are you ladies doing here in the perilous Goblins Forest? I myself have come here to inform the scout Grusha about something. What are you ladies doing here in the perilous Goblins Forest?
A young, giant and mighty chief has taken his place.
What are you ladies doing? Head of the Goblin Infiltration Task Force, Grusha Nor. According to foreign agreement, your job as a scout has been terminated. I'm sure you're well aware that the Goblins turning vicious and aggressive is causing quite a setback in trade relations with Serendia. The Chief and Grand Chamberlain have already come to an agreement. You have no other choice than to follow their orders.
You? That's because the imps attacked our goblin base!
You're still acting as the Goblins' mouthpiece, eh? Understand that Velia has no further plans to coexist with the Goblins.
Goblins didn't do anything wrong.
Please! I beg you, give me another chance.
If you only let me speak with them.
Another chance? Does Velia come first or do Goblins? You're relieved of your post, and you'll serve probation from your own home.
Be wary of goblin fighters. They attack relentlessly. Watching the goblins all day like this feels like I'm becoming one myself.
You're the hero who defeated Red Nose. You agreed to defeat the Goblins and track down their chief? Well, this is an unexpected boost in power. And you're going alone. An ideal situation. We can achieve maximum results with the smallest force. I mean, everyone in Balanos is talking about how you took down Red Nose. You've got my permission to take Grusha along as well, if you'd like. You might find some use for him. Though, with your skills, I don't think you've got much to worry about.
I'm not swearing, don't worry. Anyway, is this really the best strategy? Takros used to be an outsider himself. He was a part of the merciless Medea rebels. Velia welcomed him in warmly.
But why do they treat us goblins like this?
From now on, I'll think of you as just another goblin. We'll decide what to do with you when this operation is over. If you'd like that decision to be humane, I'd strongly encourage your full commitment to this operation.
Please, please, Momo, Coco, Roro. Huh? You say the king is within the cave, but also not within the cave? You want me to look at the mural behind me? Was it redrawn? Us goblins are a race that have called Balanos home for some time now, just like the people of Velia. Well, that was before that violent, red-nosed imp exiled us. That's why the old chief would offer up prayers to the ancestors every day. He prayed for youth and the power to protect his race. Then, one day, a man wrapped in black robes approached him. The man didn't stay long, but imparted a black-coloured stone unto the chief.
Shortly after, the aged, feeble chief passed from this world, after siring the new king. That stone might have been poison given to the aged chief to give up his own life. Hey, he wants you to follow him. Honorary goblins like I cannot enter. Only pure-blooded Gaia goblins can enter. I hope that the Gaia goblins defeat you. You'll realize who the real monsters are. The king will likely be waiting at the end of this cave, but I doubt you'll even make it to the foot of his throne. A human commander's body has become the vessel that hosts our king. But our king still bears the name of Kiev. Oh, mighty king, please protect us goblins. Please restore our peace. That must mean this stone grave actually contains... It doesn't matter. It's all for the benefit of goblins. Lend us strength.
sorry. I know this place is dangerous, but curiosity killed the cat, right? I mean... Oh. Look! Black energy erupted from the cave you exited from, and formed this illusion on the rock. I've seen this symbol in one of my father's books. It's a mark indicating the Goblin King is hiding in a dark rift.
What brings you ladies here to such a dangerous place?
I thought I might find something useful, so we paid a visit to my grandfather's study.
The goblins stole the book we, borrowed while we were looking for you. What do they even need a human book for?
My ladies, all goblins know that boiling letters in a cauldron will make you smarter. I will take the ladies to Finto Farm, where it's safe. Find Lady Emma's book. You must look for a giant cauldron.
I knew I could trust you. Now, let's read the book to find out whose body Geath actually inhabited. Let's see. Oh, here it is. Croxus Antonio, guard captain for Noir III in Elionian year 135, forfeited his life when he dared to admonish his king for attempting to sacrifice a young maiden and child to attain immortality. The immortal alchemist said the ritual must go on, and the enraged king had Croxus executed, and his remains scattered over Awar's hill.
It's him. The one who led me to that sin-laden castle. He met such a tragic end. To lose his own flesh as well. He must have appeared in my dreams for a reason. I need to speak with him. Is there any way we can summon Geath from the Dark Rift?
There must be a way, Lady Emma. But first, you must eat. Your grandfather would have me hanged if I'd let you pass out.
Do you need
I'd be more than happy to whip you up a meal. Another farm wasn't always looking a mess like this. You can thank the goblins for that. I'd be more than happy to whip you up a meal, but nothing comes for free now, does it?
I'll be more than happy to handle the cooking, though I know most of your harvest has already gone out to Velia.
Eileen, be a dear and scrounge up some potatoes from the field, and your company can get the chicken porridge started. I'm not sure if we've got any hearty potatoes left. It's not the first time goblins have made a mess of our field.
the aroma. Oh, it reminds me of my grandmother's steamed potatoes. That didn't take too long, right? I have good senses.
Have you met my husband? He's the best cook in Velia.
Your grandfather would have me hanged if I'd let you pass out.
He must have appeared in my dreams for a reason. I need to...
It's connected with Valia, so you can link the node anytime.
Good. Now that our stomachs are full, let's try putting our heads together. Gieth chose a body that's been dead for quite some time. According to what I know of nature, the body should have decomposed already. So how do you think he got around that?
Oh, that reminds me of something Father taught me last week in class. It was something on alchemy used to track time. I remember it because I really struggled with the reagents. Florence said something like, "Eileen, what good's ahead if you don't even use it?" Then she said, what did she say? "Eileen, you're so stupid you'd flip over an hourglass to check the time." Oh, right! Sands of Time! Using Papa's special recipe, it's possible to restore the flow of time where it's been halted. But it's difficult to get the materials. Only black stones of a purity of at least 73% will work. Papa brought some such stones to class last week, but I think, I used them all up.
Color me surprised. I should have brought Florence along. She would have come up with another plan, surely.
I'm sorry. I'm not Florence.
I think you're crossing the line here, Takros. My grandfather will hear of your behavior. Eileen, don't give up. There is always a way. We will find it together.
Well... I suppose certain ingredients can be substituted, but we'd need an object one would sacrifice their life for.
A goblin's horn should do that, I imagine. Can't understand why the bastards are so obsessed with this thing.
Here! Over here! I have a black stone.
It once belonged to the old chief.
Singular mind, eh? You keep mum until we start on about goblins. That black stone is better put to use elsewhere. Right now, we have a better tool at our disposal. The goblins themselves.
Quiet! I can't think! I'm becoming potato-brained standing in all these potatoes. What's your gut tell you, adventurer? I'll follow your lead.
You do know that goblins who've lost their war horns are good as dead, right? Takros, you still consider yourself human?
You're nothing but a Median deserter, squatting in the ruins of a fallen kingdom. If you were so scared of goblins that you had to flee to Velia for sanctuary, you should have just kept your cowardly ass there.
I care not about your slanderous words, but I shall mark them as an act of mutiny. Once our operation here is done, you will be punished accordingly.
May the great king... And then... Well, you... And you...
The black stones twisting their hearts like this. I can't stand to see it. I'll be working on the sands of time. Now, please fetch me the first ingredient. I require fresh blood of a weasel. Fortunately, there are plenty of weasels around the farm. And I've even brought my best friend along. This book may look a bit worn out, but she's full of knowledge. Without her, I'd never pass an alchemy exam. Next, we'd need a shimmering wildflower. They're sometimes found blooming in Awa's plains.
Since you're flower picking in Ewa's plains anyway, shouldn't be too hard to nab a war horn off a goblin while you're there.
Even in death, I shall curse you all! So you... And you...
Better take this fool to the research lab in Keplen. To lose one's humanity like this. Tragic, really.
The story goes that the shimmering lights from these wildflowers are the very souls of innocent children who were sacrificed in the foolish King Noir's search for eternal life.
Let's go hunt out a decent spot to brew up our concoction. Takros, can we trust you to protect us without riling up any more goblins?
Oh, we need to move quickly. Let's do our best to get this in one go. here quickly, and just in time. Ta-da! I managed to put together a makeshift magic cauldron. Don't look at me like that. It actually took a lot of ingenuity to put that together. Alright. Now, if we perform some simple alchemy with these ingredients, we should obtain something known as the fragments of time. Don't look at me like that. It actually took a lot. Oh, but look at the color of the smoke. I think that means you were successful. I mean, none of my past attempts produced such a color, so that's good. Take those, place them inside the pot, and you will be able to create the sands of time. Yes! I can't believe it! It worked! Oh, let me take a look at that. The sands of time. Oh, we did it! Hooray! If only Father would put this recipe on my next test.
It's the moment of truth. I shall call for my men. It's time we finally reveal the fiend behind the mask.
Finally. I shall meet with the one I've seen only in my dreams. This doesn't feel right. Pray, be careful, adventurer.
Sprinkle this on the goblin mural atop Awas Hill, and you'll be able to summon forth Geath from the Dark Rift. Takros probably should have already arrived in Velia by now. Goodness, adventurer. Whatever are you?
It was you, Gieth. The one who pushed me towards Kron Castle in my dreams.
Emma, be careful, okay? Will she be alright, adventurer?
He appears to be saying something. Adventurer, I wish to speak with him.
I need the power and wisdom to protect my people. It seems that I still lack both. I need more black stones. The black stones granted me the gift of this flesh. At the same time, so too began this dreadful nightmare of Kron. He spoke to me. If I wished for the nightmares to end, all I needed to do was but destroy the relic atop the spire at Kron Castle.
Who was he? Are you speaking of the man clad in black robes? Was he the one who gave you the black stone?
You seem to know a lot more than I thought. As he instructed me, I advanced toward Kron Castle, bringing destruction to all I laid eyes upon. And yet, at the spire, I encountered one who could not be killed. This body I inhabit froze at first sight.
You too had been dreaming the same nightmares as I. What did you find at the spire?
It burns. It overwhelms me once more. Soon this body shall no longer be able to reside in this world. By the time I return, I shall be caught in the abyss, maddened by a pain that only my flesh shall remain, crying out. If only someone would remember that I shall protect my poor tribe forever.
Wait!
I'm speechless. Did you end up losing that fiend? We should have joined forces to exterminate him and the rest of the goblins for good.
Gieth is gone for good, so you can rest easy. Though, do you perhaps know who's guarding the relic within Kron Castle?
And where'd you hear something like that? That kind of knowledge shouldn't be tossed around so casually.
It doesn't matter how we know. You're resident of Velia now, Takros. Don't you think it's your civic duty to tell us?
Understood, milady. I shall tell you of all that I know. None of this is news to the chief anyway. The reason the Median deserters could stay in those ruins, well-fed, well-supplied, is due to aid from an outside benefactor. Not a clue whom. They only dealt directly with our leader.
Outside benefactor. Sounds wealthy. And powerful. Oh, any chance he's got a baby face too?
not sure. In exchange for their constant support, they had only one condition: for us to protect the spire's entrance at any cost. We were also instructed to never open the entrance. Didn't stop a few fellows whose curiosity was greater than their sense.
What happened to them?
They died. Milady, you're not thinking of going there now, are you?
We must head to Kron Castle. Adventurer, I believe this is the most opportune time with you by our side.
I see there's no changing your mind, milady. Though I'd ask, if all goes well, that you put in a good word for me with the chief. With our current numbers, a full frontal assault would be suicide. We need to go in with a small team to infiltrate enemy lines. Once inside, you'll find a man named Beetle hiding out in exile. He's the only fool still alive who's tried to open those gates. He too seems interested in getting out, settling down in Velia. With enough persuasion, I imagine he'd offer his full cooperation. I'll remain here and keep an eye out for Gieth if he ever returns. I entrust these ladies in your care. If I ever get a promotion, drinks are on me.
Wait! I surrender! I surrender! Ah! Oh! Elion's balls! What do you think you are, sneaking up on me like that? I'm gonna piss myself. Eh? Come again? You want me to sneak you into the castle? And you'll get me Velian citizenship, is that right? Are you aiming to do that? Getting you alone would be a feat in itself. But getting the lot of you in? Forget it.
Hello there. I'm Eileen. I beg you reconsider. We really can keep our word. This girl, right here, her grandfather's the chief of Velia. And rumor has it that he'd like to start a new life in town, so...
Oh, so she is. The stone-faced wench herself. Just poured right out of me, that did. Apologies. Let me start again. Name's Beetle. I would happily be your guide. I may not look it, but I hail from a long line of guild advisors. The reason we've been stationed here for so long was due to our dealings with some outsiders. Not sure which merchant guild they hail from, but they kept us well equipped and well fed with a steady stream of supplies. We say we're here to inspect the supplies that let us through. They shout the passphrase, black or red, reply silver. I'm thinking our grizzled adventure here will be a dead giveaway. Hold! Move and I'll shoot!
Huh?
Black or red?
What?
Black or red?
Silver?
Come on! What the hell kind of response is that?
Ah, don't mind her, she's new. Sounds like you guys are having a hard day, yeah?
Shit like this just makes it harder. Move along.
Let's go then.
Another inspection, eh? Do we really need 2 a day?
Well, it's like we say. Any merchant worth their spice always measures storage thrice.
Hold up! I recognize that ugly mug. Beetle! What are you doing showing your face here? Guards! Anyone? Ugh!